guys, Execration, they already banning out this Diggy.
Diggy and Matilda has been banned from the side of Execration. Meanwhile, a Nightmare still with that on that Jawhead ban. So I'm just curious to see. But Execration, yeah, bans Diggy. So this is interesting.
Yeah, I guess they've got the pressure from this Diggy, the feeding Diggy strategy that Nightmare has been playing. So
Maybe he kind of feel annoyed.
Yeah, he was annoyed.
Right.
Most definitely.
I think this is the first. Is it the? I guess the first time like they saw some teams see a Diggy strat and actually bans it out afterwards. Because usually it hasn't been, it hasn't worked very well so far, except for the one time that Evo's actually,
But
puts it to use and shows you how it's done.
If maybe you want to bring, a Diggy strategy, a normal Diggy strategy, maybe it will works really well. But it's kind of unpopular right now.
Yeah.
So maybe Execration, they don't want to take a risk. They just straight away ban this Diggy, and I think I just realized Execration, they don't ban Aldous for today matchup because yeah, they always ban this Aldous, right? But I didn't see it coming on the first game.
Yep.
So maybe they don't have to scare enough for Aldous come from the Nightmare.
Exactly.
I mean, we have no information if Nightmare actually plays this Aldous composition. So maybe if they if they plan for Execution to not ban the Aldous because of a lack of info, they might just pull it out right now. We'll see.
It will be much surprising for Nightmare if they want to use the same strategy as Blacklist International in the grand final of MPL Philippines.
Yeah, there you go. But right now, Nightmare still on the hot seat for that last ban here on Lunox. So yeah, again, Kelra's one of Kelra's power pick, I should say, an Execration. Short response or short discussion, basically. Yi first pick.
Yeah, E for Execration, and Execration, they have a chance to get this Harriet. But no a chance at all. Not a chance at all. Execration. I'll just pick that Harriet. I'll not just let that Kelra to pick it off.
True. Well, nice. You were just about to talk about Harriet, and then there you go. It's getting picked by Nightmare. But right now, Execration, the last two picks for the first phase here, Arashi. Tell me something.
I think they're gonna go for a bit more engaged. I mean, all the signature picks for not all, but like Kufa is still up for CHAKMAMBA to pick up, or you can still go for it Kaja again. And I don't know if Nightmare has a big priority on denying the Kaja from them, because from Execration, the Kaja was a big part in how their rotations were actually able to actually get results.
Yeah, but it's gonna be Paquito and also Cloud.
What? So there you go, teaching Claude how it's done, basically.
Yo, I will teach you how to play Cloud, man.
Exactly.
That's what actually maybe Execration trying to say to Nightmare. But Estes, I would say Nightmare, they came with a good draft pick for the first
three heroes.
First hero. Yeah, look at that, Estes, and also Harriet with Benedetta.
Ooh, so somehow aggressive, yet also there is Benedetta who can play it early. But then again, we are entering the second banning phase here, guys. And I think Nightmare would like to basically eliminate Ling here. So maybe in their minds, this Cloud could go into the gold lane, guys.
Yep, still a respectment as well for this Kelfiji. And it's gonna be. I just thought about the Aldous for the first game. We didn't see it coming from Execration to be banned out in the first draft ban and pick, but now they don't want to take a risk.
Yeah,
Nightmare still have a chance.
I guess because since they saw the Estes pick, they realized that this is a possibility, and so rather than actually face it, I guess they just went with the safe route and just banned it out immediately.
Yep, probably, Nightmare could be a disaster for Execration for the second game if they could pick that Aldous and also Rafaela for the Nightmare. But Execration read it really well. They just straight away banned this Aldous.
Yeah, the thing is right now, Nightmare, the last ban is towards CHAKMAMBA here, so
I think it's Bruno, maybe.
Perhaps.
If they Nightmare want to make some, a combo between Estes and also Bruno.
Right. So Execration might actually ban out the Bruno here because they already have a marksman on in their roster.
Well, there you go, guys. Execration. They're still discussing on their last ban, taking their time here. But
Oh, it's
Yi
gonna be
Sun
Sun
Shin is going to be the answer. But yeah, somehow forcing Benedetta jungler, perhaps?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Or if they
Maybe.
want to take a risk. Oh, look at that. This is
Yeah.
what I said, okay?
So it actually might be a Bruno then.
Bruno, probably. Yeah.
It is still open.
With the
So
combo.
what
with...
will EXE pick to actually deny? Deal with that is the real question here.
Mhm.
I think they need to find a hero that could basically jump into the back line here. Perhaps if they want to take a gamble, an Alice, and as well as Popo and Koopa rather.
Popo and Koopa?
You know, or Chakmil, or even Card.
Or maybe they want to pick the glue
Blue!
for Renzio.
I think that spot has been filled with Paquito, but I don't know.
I think a
I don't
Kaja
know,
would
Monica.
be good.
You know better.
Because if you use Kaja and they can actually pick up one of the supports, it's gonna be, instant death for any of the supports once they get caught out. So
Oh, it's gonna be
What?
AKAI and Lancelot?
Oh my
What?
god.
okay.
So yeah, it is going to be a gold lane Claude, Lancelot, Kill VJ, and of course AKAI will be played by Chakmil. Wow.
Taura with his cloud.
Mhm.
We discussed it before with other caster
Yep.
from Philippines.
They did
And
mention that he actually plays Cloud occasionally. Yes.
did mention that Taura also play this cloud into the gold lane.
Go.
So
There you go, guys. Nightmare. Last pick, Monica.
I think it's gonna be maybe Bruno or maybe another marksman such as Brody. Or maybe they want to pick Kari.
For sure, it's gonna be a marksman. Which one is it?
They're so squishy, I could say. But yeah,
Oh, it's gonna be
Oh,
Granger.
Granger,
Yeah, we forgot about
okay.
this guy.
exactly. Well, you mentioned Granger pre-draft
Uh-huh.
that this Granger could be easily picked by the side of Nightmare. But here you go. There you go. Granger will be the last pick from both teams. Okay, looking at the compositions, guys. Which composition do you like best, Monica?
I really like Nightmare
Okay.
because they look pretty solid with
Okay.
Benedetta for the Bizai and also, Harit. I really like Harit as the second damage dealer here. And especially the 3 combo between Estes, Rafael, and also Granger look pretty strong for Nightmare, so I will go for the Nightmare as for the second game.
Okay, what about you, Rashid?
I actually think Execution has a better draft. My personal opinion, but again, rooting for the underdog story, guys.
Okay, but let's get into it. Game number 2. Execration versus a Nightmare.
Is it gonna be the last game for Execration with 2-0 points again? Or maybe Nightmare could be the dark horse for
Yes.
our second match for today.
That is true.
The thing is, with 2 supports, you want someone who is reliable and can actually be, I guess, a very reliable damage dealer even after the late game. And so I'm not sure if Granger can actually fill that role as reliably. Because again, usually he is picked for pressure, for early advantage. So, which is why Bruno or all the other heroes we were mentioning earlier are usually picked instead, because towards the late game, they can do an insane amount of damage and the 2 supports can keep him alive. But here, they picked the Granger instead. So we'll see how that actually scales into the late game.
Yep, Bruno looked pretty strong with the Rafaela because he has that passive with the critical rate pretty high for Bruno in the early stage, right? But I could say maybe it's the same thing goes as well for Granger because he has a basic huge basic damage in the early phase. But
Oh
suddenly
my god,
the
guys.
game in pause.
Game is paused. You're definitely right. But looking at the compositions, again, this AKAI could become a hit or miss, honestly. 'cause-
His
But then
Hurricane
again, I'm
dance.
not doubting Chakno, okay, guys. I'm not doubting Chakno.
You're doubting our CHAKMAMBA.
I'm
Yeah,
not doubting
beware from the
Chakno.
Philippine fans.
But then again, he needs to prove it to me. You know?
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Prove him
okay.
wrong, Chakma.
Yeah, Chakno, prove me wrong, please. And
Give
if you
him
guys,
a really on point Hurricane
Exactly.
dance.
if you guys at home knows how good a player he is, please spam the comments. He is good with that AKAI.
The Hurricane dance. I would like to
But
see.
yes, I mean, AKAI Chocolate isn't known for playing an AKAI as far as as I know, so this is
Really,
quite the
Mr.
unusual.
Analyst, really.
Yeah, so it's quite the unusual pick, so I'm not sure exactly what they had in mind when they picked the AKAI. very interesting.
Yeah,
Maybe they
that is
want
true.
to, maybe they want to have one lock hero
Yep.
that pretty easily to just
Of
lock
course.
its Astas.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense because there's Harith, there's Benedetta, there's also as Granger. So this AKAI could have many targets to just basically use that Hurricane Dance with. So let's get into it. Back in the game right now, and we can see Nightmare already rotating, or this Rafaela already protects this Harith.
But
Gold
yeah,
lane.
it's interesting since look at that, the
Ooh.
1000 pounder. Oh, he stole it.
He
This
got the
Akai,
gold. Yeah.
sneaky peaky.
He got the gold buff, the claw here, guys.
Mega
Oh,
attack.
the cloud. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, again, we can see bottom lane 2v1 situation. Well, not 2v1.
This
The
Chakma
Granger
is
is just
so,
farming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chakma is so aggressive, even though with this Akai, he just keep jumping with the blender and also the 1000 pounder combo here.
That,
Execration.
yeah.
It's interesting, okay, Albertoni.
Yeah.
I thought that it's gonna be like 3-member in the mid lane. Okay, now Rafael is coming back because that Harriet almost got his level 4.
Yeah, many teams right now prioritize their gold lane. And the Roamer likes to play in the gold lane after clearing first wave. But yeah, we can see here both teams already at this turtle area. Who will get it? We will see Jasmine entering, but Ling's opening that. That's Sonata. That's the blow. Final blow as well. Now we can see Kill VJ is in its side spot, but of course he is Kill VJ, the king. He managed to escape. Meanwhile, the turtle gets slain by
Kill VJ.
Kill VJ, of course. And oh my God, though, in the front line, first blood towards Paquito, guys.
Yep.
And in that team fight, Soul's Estes coming in very clutch, actually keeping the members alive. Early on in this game, not much damage coming out, so actually the healing was actually quite massive.
Yep, this is why actually I said execration. Maybe they secure this Akai. Just just need to lock down that Astas. So execration maybe can target the Astas in the first place, and it will be much easier for execration to continue the team fight here. Or the final blow being popped up by Jasmine. Just need to use it to escape from Renzio.
Unfortunately for Renzio, the execute does not prevail. He used the execute, but there was a slither of health for Jasmine. Right now, we can see both junglers just rotating, just clearing jungles, and there are no clear fights just yet. They don't want to pick a fight. There's no window just yet. But yeah.
Execration, they need more time, especially for this Cloud, to gather his stack, to gather his item, to at least has these 2 main course items such as Golden Staff and also Demon Hunter Sword.
True, but look at this Hurricane Dance towards BZY, but of course the Purify is there to help his life. But right now we can see BZY trying to clear minions, and 3 members, almost 4, are in the top lane.
Yeah, Kelra, he just want to clear the minion as soon as possible with the blessing duet. Meanwhile, VJ, he just going back into the mid lane. I think execration, they need to stick up like 1-3-1 formation here and trying to make some move. And Renzio is gonna be almost, but he still has the jab.
He still has the jab, and Jasmine gets solo kill down bottom. Now we can see Lord has spawned, and both members, or from Nightmare actually, they initiate the turtle first.
Yep, Chaknu here trying to push all of the members from Nightmares away with the 1000 pounder. Oh, it's kind of missed.
Almost.
It hits. I think Link's the turtle!
Wow.
It's being stolen with the really a good retribution coming from this Granger.
Nice retribution, and Kill VJ he doesn't even use the retribution. So nice, well played. Now we can see Killra and BZY just trying to trade skills, trade damage. But yeah, as it stands, economy-wise, it is at a even standpoint.
And Renzio actually doing really well in this lane. I mean, again, it's one of his signature champions.
Yep.
We heard that he is actually affectionately dubbed.
Oh, Chaknu got 2 members from Nightmare, and just look at the combo coming from Kel right here with the blessing duet, and even Kill VG goes into the back line of Nightmare Esport. They shut it down 3 members from Nightmare in the top lane. What a good combination coming from Chaknu and also Kelra.
Wow, Chaknu proving me wrong indeed. A nice Hurricane Dance, gets 2 and even gets the bonus backline. 3 members went down, and we can see the execution creates more space. Even down bottom, Renzio manages to chunk down the turret. Almost at a quarter HP there, guys.
The performance by Renzio here, affectionately dubbed Renzo Pacquiao here, and he's certainly making that nickname known.
Pacquiao.
Oh, NOD has been secured from Estes so, but we will see the impacts from this NOD, but Jasmine and Renzio down bottom. This is personal, guys. Renzio takes down Jasmine, but of course, he does not want to commit, even though there are two teammates ready to back him up.
Obviously, Jasmine want to make a sweet revenge here for Renzio, but it's not gonna be easy since execution. Oh, Chakno with the Shadow Mask.
Wow. Almost there. Outplaying, but of course, from the side of execution, or from the side of Nightmare rather, they see it coming.
Yeah, he kind of missed the 1000-pounder because the blender, with the combo with the blender, it didn't. What? Oh, I thought that he gonna, make some sweet move there with the Phantom execution because the turtles show up. And execution, they got the turtle without any contest that Nightmare is what can do.
Exactly, but this creates space top side here. Jasmine taking top side, but right now execution looking for another.
Look at that, the real world manipulation also pop up by the Zapno here. But meanwhile, Chaknu has to go down in the first place. It's gonna be a trade with the Linlings, and it's obviously, pretty worth it for execution because
Jasmine almost gets taken down. Aegis was there to somehow make him more sustained, but yeah, Nightmare 1-for-1 Chaknu and Linlings though has to get traded.
Yes, this Estes is gonna be a huge problem, guys, for execution, I could say, because they have to find a way, especially with the kill Fiji. He has to work on how to shut down Soul at the backline.
Yeah, that's true. But right now, Jasmine being again another nuisance.
Pulls him away with the Hurricane Dance, and even though Jasmine almost got caught with the Hurricane Dance coming from Chaknu, but he can just, slip it away.
300 IQ play there from Chaknu, just using the Hurricane Dance just to push out minions, but then again...
But Jasmine won't stop it there.
Yeah, exactly.
You know that actually he can get it, but look at the kill Fiji. Comes with the puncture and also the Phantom execution. But meanwhile, someone force being popped up by Harriet here. Chaknu comes again with the Hurricane. There's another Hurricane that's coming from this Panda. But look at that. There's no follow-up coming from execution. And Chaknu needs to run away.
Yeah, well, there you go. The Lancelot. Kill VJ, the king. The king takes down Linlings there in the mid lane. Nice performance right now. Two members trying to find, but Jasmine struggles to clear the minions. They get top tier 2 turret tier 2.
Yep, and execution, they already secured 3 turrets right now, going for the 4th one.
Wow.
But 4 members goes to just defense for they want to defend the turret.
Look at Kelra. The mental game has just begun. The taunting, the emotes is there, but right now it's last turtle secured by execution here, Monica.
Yeah, I just feel I don't know why. I feel the execution, they are looking so strong in this group because the chemistry between all of the members here, they are performing really well. They don't have to maybe talk a lot because they already know how Fiji play and how this Kelra play. They just need to trust each other, and that's what I feel when I saw that actually execution play.
Exactly, and right now execution again. Final blow has been popped. Does
but
not hit
Chakno at the behind. Look at that. The Hurricane Dance really good. He tried to split up of the team fight here. Meanwhile, look at that. Kelra just need to go back with the battle mirror image. Meanwhile, it's gonna be Zapno fall down, but Kill Fiji also down from execution. What? 4 members from execution.
4 for 2. Wow, this is the momentum that Nightmare needed. Look at this tier 1 turret mid lane down, and I'm sure they're looking to take down the tier 2 turret, but Kelra does not have the blazing duet, so he could not clear the minions right now. Jasmine dove in a little bit too deep, but of course he is the Benedetta, could save his life. Oh, what a timing there. The purple buff just spawned, and they managed to clear that one.
Wow, really a good comeback moment for Nightmare Esport, Archie.
I think they actually were relying on the tower falling down when that play happened, but somehow the tower actually was still up, and that became a huge issue for execution in that situation. And you saw Chakman take a bunch of damage from the tower, and the rest of execution were just out of position because of
the miscalculation somehow. Yeah, but oh my god, look at the items here. Arashi, tell me what you see.
CHAKMAMBA being aggressive as usual with the brute force breastplate, able to make him faster and enable him to make
But
his
look at
plays.
this
But
mid lane, Kill VJ and Jasmine not committing to a fight yet. But yeah, we can see that Nightmare already rotates with 5 members here. Really sticking together with this Estes and as well as Rafaela.
But Kelra has the DHS and the Golden Staff as well as a Thunderbelt, so he's pretty farmed up and he has reached the first power spike. And I think they are still confident enough to go look for another fight.
Yep, but Lord is already respawn right now. Execration, they're trying to find their momentum back right now. Nightmare Esport, they know actually if they drag this game into the late game, they have Harriet. Okay, they have this Linlings as well as a ranger, so maybe 2 damage dealer coming from Nightmare Esport could be the answer. But Chaknu, he pushed that Achilles away, and it's really a good combo coming from the 1000 power and also the blender. Oh, he body blocked that for Kill VG.
That's true. Oh my god,
Terra comes as well with the blazing duet. Wow. Is gonna be the next target. Oh, look at that, the puncture and also the thunders coming from Kill VG. Again and again, Nightmare Esport now, they are losing their momentum. Execration, finally.
Wow, 3 members from the side of Nightmare is down, and Jasmine almost takes down Zapnu, but of course the other members from Execration manage to cover him. Jasmine has to go down. 4 members from the side, or 3 members rather, from the side of Nightmare is down.
Look at that, Albert. Chapman proved you wrong, okay?
Exactly,
Look at how on point that Hurricane Dance coming from this Panda.
Yeah, I mean, well played. I mean, I was doubting him at first, but of course, Chaknu, being the tank god himself, managed to prove me wrong, of course. But right now, Execration, minute number 12. This is an enhanced Lord, guys, and Nightmare would not give this for free.
I think it's pretty hard for Nightmare to, contest the Lord, and actually is pretty far away from his teammate.
But look at
that.
this.
It's gonna be so for the next for the first target of Execration. They straight away dealing with the healer coming from this Nightmare.
My Kill VJ 713 stat at a total kill from the Execration side 13, so 10 kill participation from this guy. What a beast!
Yep, and as usual, guys, Execration always tries to do a split push once Lord is already marching down as well into the top lane. Nightmare Esport, now they are being caged by Execration. They are forced to be, to be a defender right now.
Exactly. Right now we can see Kill VJ dove in a little too early there, but of course Estes is there to slow them down. Lord charged and the game has paused. The game is paused basically, but yeah. Arashi, give me some inputs on this situation right here, right now.
I mean, it's a very dire situation for the side of Nightmare. Again, their whole idea was to actually stall the team fights, make it really slow, and have the Estes able to actually heal everyone up and make the fight as long as possible, and I guess outlast the burst and the damage coming in from Execration. But now, you saw Kill VJ keep making these plays, he just one-shots and bursts them down before they were even able to be healed up. And so, this is a huge problem for Nightmare, and they really need to find a way to stop. And as far as look out for Chaknu on that AKAI, actually starting the fight and making them pushing them away from each other and actually making the fight quite messy for them.
The stat was 0-9, so I think it's good because the total kill points for the side of Execration is 13, and he has 80% kill participation. And yeah, of course, guys, Chaknu prove me wrong. I love when people proves me wrong, guys. So yeah, Momo, any thoughts on the game?
I just felt that the key for Execration is it depends on the Hurricane Dance from this AKAI, from this CHAKMAMBA. If it hits really on point just now, like the last team fight before the pause, he just doesn't care about the Rafaela. They really want to shut down Estes in the first place. So make sure that Nightmare, they don't have any resource skill to just heal up, and yeah, that's really a good strategy coming from Execration though. AKAI is gonna be the key for Execration to just winning 2-0. for our second game. And especially need to be followed as well with the blessing duet maybe coming from Cloud and kill Fiji again and again. He just need to working maybe a little bit hard, you know, just straight away going into the back line and shut it down Rafael, or maybe another damage dealer coming from Nightmare such as Harit.
I have to be on you on that. But Arashi, I do want to ask you one more thing. From as it stands, Nightmare, who is like the player, the standout player from Nightmare?
So far, or in this game so far?
On your eyes, in general.
I think it has to be BZY because again,
BZY.
when it's not like he's making huge plays and you know making the game-changing moves and actually winning the game for his team. But it always seems like he has this awareness of like where he has to be at the right time, and so we've seen him actually arrive at spots where things were lost, and like I said earlier in the previous game, salvage something as much as possible. In this game, he's actually going up against Renzio, and he's getting pressured a bit. So
the timing, the macro-wise, but yeah, well played. And game is back. Jasmine gets basically hit by the Lord, but right now Execration looking to take down this innovator mid-side Momo.
Yeah, but look at that. Jasmine tries so hard, but another Hurricane Dance again and again. Chaknu, oh my god, what a point! On point! Hurricane Dance coming from this AKAI, and Nightmare Esport now, they become a really nightmare for themselves right now, because they are losing their inhibitor turret.
Oh, look at the recall here.
Look at the taunting coming from Execration.
Execration is just having fun. The game number 1 was a breeze, and game number 2 is basically fun. Spamming,
but suddenly, look at that! He rocked 2 members from Nightmare Esport, and even though the rest of the members from Nightmare Esport cannot do anything, Achilles by himself tries so hard to defend, but Execration gonna lock 2-0 point from Nightmare Esport.
Chaknu, what a play! And game number 2, Execration. Another effortless victory, but right now back to the drawing board for the side of a Nightmare. But good game, well played, Arashi, from the side of Execration.
For sure. Again, Chakma with the AKAI usually used more of as defensive, more of a protective kind of tank, but he actually finds a way to make it aggressive, and we've seen him again and again for Execration. He's the one who becomes, I guess, the playmaker, the one who sets up the play for his team, and whenever he does that, everyone's just so quick on to follow up. BJ, Kelra, instantly, they just, no one can, I guess there's good communication between them, but every time Chuck goes in, they're just ready, and they just pull the trigger, and boom.
Yeah, chemistry is the word for Execration. We've seen their chemistry from MPLPH. They've shown their class, and Momo, anything to add on this note?
Like I said earlier, guys, Execration, all of them, they already know what they have to do. They just need to trust each other. They already know like how their teammates play style here.
Yeah.
Kelra already know how Kill Fiji, his performance, and how maybe Kelra will follow up Kill Fiji as well. So I think it's without any hesitation, without any doubt, Execration, their chemistry is just way too far from our team in MSC 20 and 21.
Exactly. Probably their best contender is the other team from Philippines, Blacklist, but they are looking so dominant in the Philippines teams. But then again, Execration, Nightmare rather. Good game, well played, nice try, but I hope you next game you will play later. Just reset, back to the drawing board.